Hey there, folks. It has been a long day. I'm Joe Crawford of artlung.com. Pretty much every day I go to CSSBattle.dev, do the daily target, and record myself doing it. That's what I'm going to do right now. Here we go. Oh, look at that. That's a fun one. So what are these elements? We got some semicircles and circles and kind of fun. So what are they? Where do they go? What are the shapes? Are they all symmetrical? Let's make 3 elements. Let's make 3. 1, 2, 3, and do what we need to do to create that. So I'm going to make the one in the middle. I think that's the easiest course. So putting the margins in place, I'm going to put this purple color called Plonk. And what matters most is pushing this down. Let's push it down, not that much, 170. How about 150, 145? Okay. And then it needs to be 110 tall. I need more margins on the sides. How about 120, 30, 40, 42? Okay. And then we could do it as 2 backgrounds. Let's do the bottom dot radial gradient. Because I'm making the presumption that these are all equivalent, perfectly identical type things. They might not be. If they're not, then we'll find out really soon. 20 pixels, transparent. Okay, so that bottom circle has a radius of 30. Nope, has a radius of 25 pixels. And I'm going to move that with, I can do what? At 50%, 40 pixels, 40, 80, 85. Or I can do 50% or do 0, 10 pixels, 20, 30. Yeah, that's fewer characters. Okay, great. And do we want another one? Do we want to do, well, how about, let's do a linear gradient, comma, and we'll do that color, 50% transparent. Oh, no, not 50. How about 40, 45, 46, 47, or 80Q, let's say. How about 40, 50, 60, 50, 51, 2, 3. And then add a border radius. Border radius is 30 pixels, 40, 50. Yeah. And we don't need to bother. So if I'll put red on the background. So that's what we made. We made this guy. And it turns out that's not too bad. I'll take that. Now, I made 3 of them. Now you can't see them because the margins are so extreme. So let's do minus 10, minus 120. There they are. 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. And you can see both of them are moving up. As we increase or decrease that margin value, they all are coming into place and they're all going to be in perfect alignment. 55, 255. So minus 255 puts them all in the same place. So then the second one, which will give an attribute of B, and then the other one will also give an attribute of B. So for B, we'll say B, we're gonna say turn upside down. There it is. And then we're also going to translate it. Translate. Oh, you know what we can do? Ho, 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 ho. So we can also do a rotate. Rotate 90 degrees. No, 180 degrees, sorry. And then change the transform origin. Maybe a weird way to do it, 10 pixels, 10 pixels. Yeah, something like that. Look at that. Oh, I got the number kind of right. So I knew I wanted the upper corner. Will I be able to get it there in the perfect place? I don't know. 20, 10. How about minus 10? How about 0? And then 20, 10, 11, 12, 13, 0. 1 pixel, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 pixels. That's great. Look at that. So what that means is that if I change this other transformer, so B plus B, so the second one, I think that implies that if I do, so the width of that guy is what? It's like a, let's put a number to it. Let's just try some numbers. Oh, interesting. So is this additive? Hmm. Oh, I don't know what the number needs to be for that. What if I, because I've already rotated it, what if I translated 100 pixels? Okay, let's do it that way. 160, 70, 80, 90. I didn't account. So I was thinking that I could do the same thing to both, but because this is already, the rotate is already applied. So what I need then is to move it from position. Now, if I did it as a C, so I'm going to leave in place the code that works, and then we'll see what I can do here. So if I rotate, so that's in the same spot. What if I do 100% here? How about a minus 100%? Or how about 100%? 0. Okay. So then does that mean if I move that into the B position, does that help me? Yes. The answer is yes. Okay. So we'll leave the just B's and we're going to adjust this number. So 100% would be the far edge of that. So I'm going to do numbers, 40 pixels, 50, 60, 70, 80. I don't think I've done a puzzle that was so dependent on transform origin, but that's fun. That's super fun. So let's do this as a variable. We'll do var O or 0, and then we'll just set adjust. Dash dash O is 100 pixels. And that seems to be working. Now, the proof will be, are we at 100% match? I hope so. Let's find out. Minify, unit replace, submit. The other thought I have is this could be 4 gradients. 4 gradients, 4 gradients. So nested template. And we'll start again, just the same way we did before. We'll start with the circles. So we'll do radial gradient 1Q at 1Q at 50 pixels, 50 pixels. And we'll do it as the purple 25 pixels and transparent. Okay, so let's move that into position. 80, 90, 100, 60, 70. Great. Whoops. Put it at 0, 0. Give it a width, 100 pixels, 200 pixels. There it is. Give it a height. Oh, and actually, no, we want it to be 100 pixels. Yeah, 100 pixels. And then a height of, wait, is that working? Yes, that's doing what I want at the repeat that I want. This needs to be a little taller. Okay, so 1, 4, 5, 6. There it is. I remove the at, and then I adjust the positioning. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and minus 5 pixels, minus 10 pixels. Okay. So now I've got, what have I got? I got some circles that are valid. So we do that, clump, and then do this purple. No, we do transparent. And I'm going to set red because I don't really want all of those things, but I do want some of those things. So let's do a conic gradient behind that. And actually do a repeating conic gradient, which is transparent, 0, 25%. And then the purple color, 0, 50%. And we need that to be upper corner. Oh, we need to move it over 10 pixels, 10, 20, 25. That's almost right. Give it a width, 300 pixels, 200 pixels there. That's kind of doing it. We've got a lot of what we want, but not all of what we want, unfortunately. Am I overthinking it? Yeah, probably. Okay, so what's next? Well, I think we need to cover up those circles. No. Yeah, we want... There are other ways to do those, to create that, but I'm sort of behind anyway. So let's do a linear gradient, 90 degrees, comma, set the color transparent, and then the color, we'll say 10%, 0, 90%, 0. Okay, so that's a lot of work for 3 dots, to be sure. A lot of work for 3 dots. However, we still have more work to do. How about a radial gradient at 50%, 0. Comma. Oh, and I'm missing the 1Q part of that. And I need that to be what, 50? I'm going to put, so I need to move it down. Oh, and is that too big? I think that's too big. I think I need 40. Getting there, getting there. 40, 45 maybe. Okay, it needs to be bigger. Is it 50? Yeah, it's 50. Look at that. 105. And then give it a width, 200 pixels. And that works. That's not too bad. And then we'll do one last linear gradient, which we don't need a width on. but we need it to be at 50%, 100%. And we need this position to be what, minus 105? Yeah. So see the symmetry. See the numbers that are similar in each. Now this is, how many gradients is this? I think I said 4. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gradients. Is it great? No. Is it good? I'm not going to say that. First solution was better. All right, that's it. 15 minutes worth of CSS fun on a day when I'm very tired. But I'm glad to be able to do this, and I do enjoy writing this code, even though I'm sort of in a cranky mood. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Go make a web page. I'll see you around.